Let's find out about Donald Trump's recent announcement. He's going to be investing apparently 500 billion into AI-driven cancer vaccine technology. I mean, I don't know about you, but this certainly hasn't been and isn't the top issue in my mind. I'm concerned more about the wars that are happening in our world, the potential for a totalitarian one world government type of situation that is, not good for human beings if they get the CBDCs, the VACCINE passports, the, what's the other thing? The digital IDs. I'm more concerned about that. You remember back in, I believe it was 2022, what was it? The summit in the G20 in Bali. They came away and their biggest topic, they all agreed on it, which is super weird and sketchy to me. They all agreed that VACCINE passports is the top issue. Well, I thought helping people become healthy, stopping wars, stopping famine, helping countries become economically prosperous, getting oligarchs out of the political scene, especially unelected officials. We're talking about the WEF and the WHO. I thought that's a big issue for human beings. I've never once thought about a VACCINE passport, but then again, I'm not very smart because I can't follow the science. So take that for what it's worth. Let's jump in. Link will be in the description down below. This is the Economic Times. Oracle's Larry Ellison says AI-driven cancer vaccine could be coming soon as Donald Trump announces a $500 billion investment. Synopsis, too long, didn't watch, didn't read. Let me just get through this. Oracle Chairman Larry Ellison highlighted AI's potential. P.S., by the way, side note, AI kind of freaks me out. I don't know about you. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below. Maybe it shouldn't. Maybe I'm a little bit skittish because of the last few years, but AI kind of freaks me out. I don't know. Let's see, potential to revolutionize healthcare with early cancer detection and personalized vaccines. President Donald Trump announces a $500 billion private sector investment. Okay, that's kind of weird. Private sector investment. When I think about private sector investments, I think, okay, well, they're going to want a return on their money. And at this point, what I'm seeing, we're talking about all the big investment firms, the BlackRock, State Street, and I forget the third one at the moment, all of the big ones, it almost seems like they've got all the money. Now they're just going to use that money to buy control. That's what it seems like to me. Again, I could be a paranoid person, but at the end of the day, that's what it seems like to me. Larry Ellison, on that note, not Larry Ellison, but Larry Fink, he's already said, hey, you have to force change. How are you going to force change? Well, it seems like a great way to force change is to say, hey, if you don't change, we're going to shut down your ability to buy things via your CBDC. That could be a great way. We already know they're blackmailing CEOs and saying, hey, if you don't turn your company woke, you'll never work in any industry again. They're using their money to force change. When Larry Ellison says you have a forced change, I take him at face value. I don't know why many others don't, but I certainly do. They're using money to force change. That's what they want. And I think it's super sketchy. Announced a $500 billion private sector investment AI infrastructure involving a joint venture called Stargate by OpenAI. SoftBank and Oracle. The initiative aims to create data centers and jobs, enhancing AI's role in healthcare. If you haven't watched Ian Carroll's video, he talked about this right after they announced it. It's fantastic. It's about 4 or 5 minutes long over on his Instagram, cancel.ian.carroll, Carroll. It's fantastic. That guy is doing a deep dive and promoting a lot of truth and raising awareness about what's happening in the world. So let's jump in. Oracle Chairman Larry Ellison recently discussed the transformative potential of artificial intelligence in healthcare during a meeting at the White House, which also featured SoftBank CEO Masayoshi Son and OpenAI CEO Sam Altman. Remember, OpenAI has a black eye, no mean to rhyme there, about what happened with that developer, software engineer, in San Francisco, I believe. He was found unalived in his apartment with some sketchy circumstances because he was a whistleblower. He was going to talk about something that he feels is illegal. And so there's that thing going on. That's super weird. According to Ellison, AI could revolutionize cancer detection, treatment, and vaccine development, offering groundbreaking capabilities. Ellison explained that tiny tumor fragments can circulate in a person's blood, allowing for the possibility of early cancer detection through blood tests. AI could be used to analyze these tests and identify cancer early on, once the cancerous tumor is gene sequenced. An individualized vaccine could be created for each patient. Using AI, the mRNA vaccine could be produced robotically in just 48 hours, offering rapid and personalized treatment. Right then and there, I'm out on this one. You know, not only is the whole thing sketchy and kind of weird to me, but as soon as you talk about mRNA, I'm done there. I can't wrap my mind around why I would get that. That doesn't make sense for me. Ellison emphasized the incredible potential of AI in advancing cancer care, excuse me, envisioning a future where early detection, personalized cancer vaccines, and their rapid production could become a reality within just 2 years. This vision represents the immense promise of AI for the future of medicine. Let's continue, then I'll share something. This is just a short article, then I'm going to share my 2 cents here about overall health and wellness in general. Donald Trump announces $500 billion investment. U.S. President Donald Trump on Tuesday announced a private sector investment of up to $500 billion to fund infrastructure for artificial intelligence, aiming to outpace rival nations in the business critical technology. You know, side note, I'm kind of thinking about stepping off the Ferris wheel at this point, or the merry-go-round at this point. AI sketches me out. I don't know what else to say. You know, I'm going more old school. You know, getting out as much as I'm not going to jump into the AI thing. I don't think I am. It's too weird for me. Aiming to outpace rival nations. Okay, Trump said that ChatGPT's creator, OpenAI, SoftBank, and Oracle are planning a joint venture called Stargate. I thought Stargate was something to do with, I think that sounds weird. That sounds kind of sci-fi. I thought it was something else. I guess I'm thinking of space. What's the space agency Donald Trump created? Nevertheless, let's continue, which he said will build data centers and create more than 100,000 jobs. Woo, big whoop. I hate to be cynical, but you know, whenever the government says they're going to help do something, I just get a bad taste in my mouth. I don't know. Maybe it's me. Bad attitude. I've got a bad attitude about them. I just never have seen them solve a problem in a stellar, mind-blowing, oh my gosh, this is the coolest thing ever kind of way. These companies, along with other equity backers of Stargate, have committed $100 billion for, wow, that's a lot, $100 billion. So he's talking, okay, $500 billion and $100 billion for immediate deployment, with the remaining investment expected to occur over the next 4 years. SoftBank CEO Masayoshi Son, OpenAI CEO Sam Altman, and Oracle Chairman Larry Ellison joined Trump at the White House for the launch. Ellison said at the press conference that the first of the project's data centers are already under construction. Oh, great. In Texas, 20 will be built, 500,000 square feet each. According to him, the project could power AI that analyzes electronic health records and helps doctors care for patients. That's super weird, given the fact of what the government has already done, talking about all the weird things they've done. I don't need to go into it here. If you know, you know. Okay, here's what I wanted to talk about. Why on God's green earth do they never talk about the simple things a person can do to promote health and wellness? Diet and lifestyle changes, exercise, meditation, social connection, limiting exposure to toxic news and or media of all kinds. There is a myriad of simple, low-cost, effective things they can do. It's sketchy that they always jump to the most expensive. And the reason I think they do that is because they're stand to make a bunch of money. They don't care about the stuff that's free. This is why during COVID, I was like, oh, you want me to take a VACCINE? No, thanks. I'll just take my chances and do the stuff that I think the simple stuff first. They didn't talk about any dietary changes, any lifestyle changes, any vitamins and minerals. Those things are free, which is why they don't talk about them. That's me, the conspiracy thinking. Why don't you start with the simplest thing? Why don't you start with maybe closing down all fast food restaurants? Those are complete and total bullshit. Absolute garbage food for human beings. And everyone knows it, but they're convenient and easy and cheap. And don't get me going on the conspiracy road on that. But why don't you start with educating people about that? Why don't you start with, all these energy drinks? Millions of energy drinks, it seems like. Everyone's got one. Why don't you start with teaching people about alcohol? Yes, I used to drink a lot of it. I don't drink it anymore because it's not good for me. I finally realized and woke up. They never start with the simple things. That's what's super sketchy. I don't even think about AI-driven cancer vaccines. I would much more readily change my diet and lifestyle than jump all the way into something super sci-fi, super unknown, super expensive, right? It's weird. Our healthcare system is already jacked up. You can't even go to the doctor or let alone the hospital anymore because it's super expensive. Many people are leaving the United States. I talk about this in some of the series here or some of the videos here on the Hot Topic series, and will be continuing to do so. People are bailing. They're like, you know what? Peace out. I can't afford to be sick or get sick in the United States, so I'm going to another country. So that's where we're at. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below. What do you think about this AI-driven cancer vaccine? Until next time, I wish you all the best health, wealth, and success. Before I let you go, be sure to check out One Life, which is the all-in-one system for living that I created at thisismyonelife.com. There's a link somewhere in the description down below. If YouTube has opened up my ability to have live links, at the time of recording this, I don't have that ability because I wasn't going to give them, a digital fingerprint of all my stuff. So I'm trying to work around that. But that's the all-in-one system for living to help you know your purpose, understand your ikigai, your reason for being, and then also overcome the fear, doubt, limitation, all the logistics, right? It's a system of tools, mindset tools, heart set tools, skill set tools that will help you accomplish your mission in life. It's the hero's journey bundled in. It is The Artist's Life by Stephen Pressfield bundled in. It is basically designed to help creators create from a conscious, focused place so that they can bring out the ideas that God put inside of them, bring out the ideas God put inside of you in order to improve the world, make the world a better place, and improve your life. I call it a win-win-win. You win because you're doing your purpose in your life. Your one thing from City Slickers. Remember that movie way back in the day? The secret of life is to figure out to do your one thing, and you got to figure out what that is. We win because you share your creation with us to improve our lives. And you win again because you might also make some money in the process. That's the other goal, right? To enrich yourself and others in the process. Again, thisismyonelife.com. Go check it out. I appreciate you for listening. Until next time, I wish you all the best health, wealth, and success. Have a good one. Bye-bye.